Hello everyone, this is Cindy Scott, and the adaptive learning tool that I have chosen is WootMath. WootMath is an adaptive online curriculum that focuses on fractions, ratios, and decimals for students in grades 3 through 7. It includes narrated tutorials and also targeted practice. Teachers can set up student accounts that have student names, usernames, and passwords, and then the students log in using this info and a teacher code. Teachers can create assignments for an entire class or for individual students. Then there is progress reporting for the teacher, and it's pretty extensive and includes detailed reports of a student's work history. Students can access a progression of adaptive lessons through units that are organized by topic, and they're presented as notebooks. And then the students can view their progress through the units. Each lesson begins with a short narrated example, followed by a series of practice questions, sometimes with future tutorials and more questions. And then at the end of the lesson, there are about 10 questions, and a student can earn 1 to 3 stars depending on the quantity of questions that they got correct. And then the next lesson is unlocked. WootMath's adaptiveness makes it so that the next lesson the student sees may or may not be sequentially next. Sometimes it's a review of content that needs extra attention, and sometimes it skips ahead to a more complex concept. At any time, previous lessons may be redone and new problems are provided, and then the adaptive feature will still work. Students can also earn pens and badges and trophies. If you go to the premium version, there are even themed escape rooms where kids can work together to solve the problems and escape a room. So let me show you. You can sign up for free, and you can either sign in using an email or a Google account, which is super nice because you don't have to remember a new password. So I'm signing in with my Google account, and then you can see here is the dashboard for my class. You can see some content that I have chosen, some assignments that I have assigned to students. I can set up classes here very easily, and it's just super easy to sign up students. You don't need an email or anything like that, and you can give them passwords, and then they can choose them too. If I go to the content, you can see the content that is here. And again, WootMath is for students who are in grades 3 through 7, and it focuses on fractions, decimals, and percents, which as a 4th grade teacher is the majority of what we do during 4th grade math. And I just think this is a super helpful site for those concepts in mathematics. If you look at the different assignments that are here, there are lessons that you can assign to students. There are classwork activities, homework activities, quizzes, and as you can see when I highlight it, these can be teacher-led activities or they can be self-paced. I can preview the assignment, I can share it, and I can copy it and just put it into my notebook. if I click on an assignment, I will show you. This is easily how you assign it. Just click on that and assign it. Just click Assign Now, and it will go into the notebook for your students. And then if I move back up here and click on the assignments, I can see that these are the assignments that I have chosen to send to my students. Once they are completed, I have analytics. I can come down here and all of the different skills for each of these assignments would be listed here. And then at the bottom, you can see there would be colored dots. A red dot if the student is struggling with that skill. If there's partial mastery of the skill, it would be a yellow dot. And then if the student has mastered the skill, it would be a green dot. So I can see all of the different skills along here and who in my class has mastered each skill, which I think is just super helpful. Now I want to show you WootMath from the student perspective. Student would again go to wootmath.com, click the sign in, and then the student would enter the code that the teacher has given them for that particular class. Once it's entered, the student can pick their class, find their name, and then enter their password. And then you can see here are the assignments that have been assigned to this particular student. This one is a lesson that the student would go through. And then you can see here's a homework assignment and here's a quiz assignment. If I click on the homework assignment, I'll give you an idea of what the assignments look like. Here it comes. So the question pops up and there are three choices. What's the decimal equivalency for this image? The student would click on the answer that they believe is correct, click the next button, and then the computer will tell them if they got the question correct or not. Then they would move on to the next question. And we can see right here that there are 7 questions in this assignment, and the student would just go on answering until they finish. Now you can see in this particular one that there is no choices. The student actually has to know what this is. So they would have to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1.54. And then they would just continue answering questions like this. When they are finished, again, the information will go to the teacher. I'm just going to try to finish all of this so you can see. And last question. Whoops. It says that there's an error in the on the server. Okay, so I went back to the teacher view in WootMath and went to the analytics, and you can see that the student Cindy in this exercise answered all 7 questions correctly. That's why there are green bars. So you can see that, and then as each lesson is completed, also the skills would show for mastery. So I think WootMath is just an awesome adaptive tool for teachers of math in the upper elementary grades. And again, like I said, for fractions, decimals, and percents, since that's such a hefty portion of the 4th grade math, I just think this is a great tool to help teachers and to help students master the skills that they may be struggling with. So I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe you can find a use for WootMath also. Thank you.